see.
Chat with you.
Okay.
It's enticing.
Yeah. What's your name?
Tanner.
Tanner Bennett. Nice to meet you.
That's me, man.
How's your day going?
Pretty good.
Okay. Love to hear it. How can I help you?
I mean, I can get right into it, I guess. I
Go
don't know
for
how
it.
heavy you want to go.
We can go as light or heavy as you would like.
Okay. Is this like a YouTube show or TikTok?
YouTube, TikTok, IG.
Cool.
I'm sure you can edit things out too if there is something.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said Bennett, right?
Bennett, yeah.
Okay. I don't know. Lately, like, I feel like there's been like a heavy like weight on my shoulders, like family wise.
Okay.
So I lived in LA for a while, and I moved back like a year and a half ago. And essentially, what happened was that my niece. I'm kind of skipping parts of the story here because
Okay.
I've had some drinks, but essentially, the reason I moved back home was that my niece got taken away by CPS, and I've been like a father figure to her.
Okay.
Because the dad was out of the picture. She's like 12 now, but sorry, I'm not being a good storyteller right now.
No. I'm listening.
Okay.
Take your time.
Essentially, so I have two siblings.
Okay.
Older brother lives in Texas. He lives in Dallas. My oldest sister is 36, never left home, bipolar, all the above. And I was always there for my niece because I was the father figure when her father wasn't there. And I was of the age and I was around. And I moved back home when that happened. And it happened again where she got taken away by CPS. And I moved back. And I was there to help out somewhat with the family issues. I was a peacekeeper. I could do as much as I could, but
Do whatever is comfortable for you. I'm here for you. Forget
Yeah.
about all this. I just want to.
yeah, no, I
Make you feel
appreciate that,
better.
Bennett.
Yeah.
But it is like it is a heavy weight being like in your early 20s, like becoming like the peacekeeper of the family in a sense, where there's also issues with my parents. It also like the issues with my sister led to my mom being an alcoholic in and out of rehab, which also led to my niece being taken away. And I say all of this to say that like it snowballed into the fact that what it is now, where my sister got arrested again. She's been in jail for like 3 weeks. And I feel guilty about it in a sense where I was there and I was the peacekeeper and I had to move back away for work. Now I'm back out here living my best life. But it's just like the balance of like what do I owe my family and what do I owe to myself? And I want to be there for my mom, although she's a grown adult. She needs to figure it out herself.
Yeah.
And I want to be there for my niece because she's a 12-year-old. She got taken away by CPS. Like, she doesn't deserve any of this. I feel like I'm leaving out parts of the story, but I'm trying to summarize the best that I can. Where essentially, I guess, where did I leave off? Fuck. I guess what happened lately is that my sister got arrested again. My dad got temporary guardianship over her, and fuck, I feel like I should have had my thoughts more compiled before.
Oh, it's okay. You didn't know. I mean, you just saw this on the street, and you had the courage to even sit down. So I think anybody in your position would be a little bit all over trying to compile. I could step in, or you want to keep going? How do you feel?
I could try to fill more in about the situation, I think, to, like, fill you in.
Sure.
So essentially what had happened was, so as I said, my sister is 36. She's never left home. And I was there, for the most part, like, local for my niece. And then, like, you know, as she got older, it just pains me to see, like, the resentment that I think not myself, but, like, I think my dad for sure and my niece, so her grandpa feels towards my sister. And wanted to be, like, the middle ground for them. And I, like, 2 weeks ago, I got a call, like, shit spiked up again, where, like, 3 weeks ago, where my sister got sent to jail. And I wanted to be there for her. But again, I feel like I'm, like, going out on a tangent.
Good.
I guess I'm trying to, like, get, like, to the, like, do you somewhat understand the story? Not really.
No, I do. If I could just step in, I would say that, you know, my biggest question here is, what are you doing for yourself? Because you've got a lot of people to take care of, right? You probably feel the weight of the world on your shoulders, and as much as you have going on, as full as your plate is and responsibilities that you have, I think the biggest responsibility that you have, Tanner, is to make sure that you're okay, that you're taken care of. Because if you can't take care of yourself, I don't know how you can take care of anybody else.
Yeah, and that's how I kind of feel, and I feel like I've not done a great job of that.
Okay.
Which, I feel like I haven't done a good job of, like, taking care of myself in that regard. Like, I've always had the mindset where I'll be happy no matter what, but I feel like there's always this overhanging thing where it feels like it's almost like not a resentment towards my family, but a resentment towards people that I hear stories about where their family life is so good. And I keep it in. I don't tell many people about this, but there is like a jealousy thing where, especially in LA, I feel like depending on, like, what crowds you run into, where there's, like, the Ivy League people that went to, like, UCLA, that never had a problem in their life, that, like, they had their college paid for, blah, 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 where, like, I was never like that. I grew up at Inland Empire. I, you know, paid for my college. I, you know, have done a good job for myself. But I don't know. Does that make sense? Where it's like, it's another part of myself that I need to work on, not to, like, compare myself to others. And I feel like there's a missing factor of part of myself where, like, I feel lesser than.
There's no need to, by the way.
Yeah.
I understand that, and I think LA in particular is a tough place to live because we see a lot of flash, right?
Yeah.
We see a lot of pomp and circumstance, which, by the way, we were talking to someone else and I were talking, it's all of it's not real. You know, there's so much of it real, this is a particular city where a lot of what you see isn't what you get.
Yeah.
And I think that's an important reminder for you, but I also think in general, I know you're struggling with comparison. I know that regardless of the city you live in, it's something that in society as a whole, no matter where you live, there's always going to be people that have more than you. There's always going to be people that have less than you.
Yeah.
I think it's also hard in your situation because when so much feels like it's going wrong, you might not necessarily feel like you're right where you're supposed to be. But I believe, as shocking as it might be to hear, I do believe that you're right where you're supposed to be, because whatever you believe in, right? Whoever you believe in, I'm not sure who or what. Everybody's got a different sort of thing, right? You're on that journey for a reason, okay? And you're gonna get to wherever you're supposed to be, whatever your purpose is, whatever your calling is. Sometimes the road is really bumpy along the way, and sometimes there's a lot of pain. There's a lot of things that we don't deserve to go through, but even if it can't be explained, all I know is that you just have to keep one foot in front of the other, because things are going to get better. Maybe not when you expect that they will, and maybe not as soon as you want them to, but as long as you have something to look out for.
If I can
gonna happen.
jump into, like, I totally agree with you there. And I feel like I've done a great job in that regard. The only thing that scares me is, so to take a deeper dive into, like, my mom, for example.
Yeah.
Like, I guess the thing that scares me is, like, what I've seen her become because of all of this. It scares me to think that, like, this is the last version of my mom I'm gonna know. Because she has cirrhosis of the liver. If she doesn't quit drinking, I think she's gonna die. And I love my mom. I remember my mom for what she is and what she was. And she's not that person anymore. And it's sad to see what it has become. Like, to be transparent with you, like, it's become so bad that, like, you know, it's just the type of alcoholic that, like, pisses herself and, you know, gets so drunk that she's out of it a lot of the times. And it ebbs and flows with what's going on with the dramatics of the family. But that's the thing that scares me. Like, I'm grown enough to know that, and I feel like fortunate enough to be where I'm at. I'm fine, you know what I mean? A lot of people have it way worse. A lot of people don't have food on the table. A lot of people, you know, have way worse problems. But what I am scared about is, I guess, losing that part of myself. I guess I'm, like, hanging on to that part of, like, my childhood. Where I'm past the part of my childhood, like, for myself. Maybe I'm not. Which I've been in, like, therapy about it and everything, but, like, does that make sense? Just, like, see, like, I guess when it transitioned at, like, the early 20s of, like, me being a caretaker for my mom.
Yeah.
That was a weird thing for me.
I've got it. So here's the deal. Okay. It sounds like you're not sure how much longer this is going to last, or she's got a lot of stuff going on that you don't know how. I think, what if I were in your shoes, okay? You want your mom to see you at the best self you can possibly be, right? And it's difficult to do that because you're suffering a lot and you're going through a lot, and it's hard to be strong when you're feeling a lot of pain. But I think if you want your mom to see you in the best possible light, right? You can't control.
I think that's so true. I feel like I put up a front.
You might be putting up a front, but you can't control her illness. You can't do anything to change her current state. The only thing you can do is be your best self, be the best man you can be the best son that you can be, because as I've only experienced dealing with sick relatives, they're proud of you, right? As much as you want to heal them, fix them, take away their suffering, the best medicine is you being there with them.
Yeah.
So if you're going to be there with them and you're their medicine, the best medicine you can be is to be the best version of yourself. Which means I want you to get strong. I want you to take all this pain you're feeling and find courage and find strength.
Yeah.
And for however much longer you've got your mom, be brave for her.
Yeah.
Let that be the thing that you focus on, okay? I don't know. I'm trying to keep up with all the different components here.
Yeah.
But I think that your mom is your center right now, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to take everything you're feeling and channel it into being strong for her. Because however much long she's got, she needs to see you at your best.
Yeah.
Not at your worst.
Yeah.
Because that's how she's going to remember you. And no matter how much pain she's in, no matter what she's going through right now, you're not going to be able to change that. What you are going to be able to change is how she sees her son. Because she raised a good man. And how you might be feeling right now is not how you have to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
You can do this.
Yeah. Well, I gotta be on my way, but
Tanner, my man. Much love.
much love, man.
You got it.
Also, your pain is valid.
Yeah.
Like that exists too.
Yeah.
Give yourself space.